Mhm. So yeah, I should be live now. Good night, everyone. Uh, I guess I kind of wanted to start like an hour ago, but the timing just kind of was awkward, I guess. Been like I've been done with the real life stuff pretty early lately. I technically have more time to stream, but starting a stream is always a thing, always a process. Mm. But yeah, Twitch is telling me that I'm live now. Good night, everyone. Uh, we're basically continuing with Daniel Hart. Uh, kind of have something else that I'm working on, but it's kind of too much of an effort to lock in on it, I guess. So I'm just going to for Daniela. I don't know if this is going to be a long or short stream. I definitely want to finish the rendering on there and move to the background. Hopefully I can get started on the background today. Surely. I've been most of the weekend working on a mirror art, but I kinda need a break. Eating apartheid is kinda difficult to render. So kinda need a mental break from that. I haven't been feeling too confident on my art, so I just kinda have to do simpler things. Try to get confidence up again. It's way too easy to think my art sucks. I have no idea how some people can have that kind of confidence on their stuff. They're built different or something like that. Like, I probably have to keep impressing myself, maybe, to the point that I cannot deny it or something like that. This sounds kind of silly, I think, but overthinking. I gotta keep doing my best, I guess. Hmm. This bet is proving harder than I expected. Maybe. Yes, it does need perfect, not that focus. Yeah, today I'm feeling kinda sleepy, lazy. I don't know. Mondays are always complicated. Kinda missing the weekend. I even played some Slay the Spire today. Was kinda bored, kinda avoiding streaming, kinda avoiding drawing. Anyway, I'm not streaming. Trying to render a baseball bat. that she totally doesn't use for violent purposes. Self-defense mostly. I won't worry too much about it. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mm. I wonder. I wonder if this makes sense. I should probably try to talk louder. Hmm. Kinda hard to keep in mind those things. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I hit the mic. I guess I'll just keep this simple. What else? My weekend was just a regular weekend, I guess. A bit of drawing, a lot of Slay the Spire solo. Been kind of struggling with the game lately. Uh, Probably hitting the point where I can't do much more. I'm probably too skill issued at the game, and I don't have it in me to do like Isaac and brute force it into being decent at it. I feel like Isaac is way more lenient with skill issue. Slay the Spire feels way more complicated at mental level than uh, mechanical, and I guess that's where I struggle more. But we'll see. It's been a good game to take breaks from drawing during the weekend. Uh, feel like I feel like I'll struggle for a game once I'm done with it, cause I like Isaac, but Isaac is kind of a lot. The runs are too long to do as something to take a break from drawing, I guess. There was a time that I was just spamming X Files episodes, but I kind of got tired of them, which was kind of a shame. But at least I rebuilt some drawing time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there was much going on during the weekend. Uh, Talk about. And this gets kind of dark. Uh, this goes almost black. I don't want this. Uh, kind of better. I'm being lazy and not looking at references for this. I doubt the proper baseball bat will have much wood marks as this. Mm. So yeah, this piece is kinda on its final stretch. I'm almost done with the character rendering. Then I have to do the background, which is going to take some time, but probably not too difficult. It's annoying, I guess. Give me some time, I need to drink some water. I'm back. Well, I'm so out of things to talk about that I'm going to talk about the weather. The weather was finally getting warm, and I was feeling kind of nice. Hmm. But now it's kind of rainy again, which is a bit annoying. We need the rain, but we already got too much rain this year, I think. I wonder if this shadow is good for. No, this needs to be a little less saturated. The less my English is broken. Mm. This is not quite. Play with the shadow color and see where we stand. I feel like I've been talking too low. Feel like it's not natural for me to talk at a normal sound. I guess. I guess I'll just use shift this and get away with murder, I guess. Kinda looks decent, so I'll go with it. Though I kinda have not much of an idea of what I'm going to do with rendering on the box. It's kinda one dimensional, it's kinda bothering me. I wonder if we can add another dimension, make it with an appearance of 3D. Will be nice at least. Now to remember the brush size. I have to remember that I have smart shapes in this now. And I don't need to be too careful with lines, but at the same time it kinda sucks to use. Yeah, this looks decent. The line is straight enough, I guess. I fucking love this song too, by the way. Mm-hmm. Will this work? Oops. uh, how do I make this work? How do I make this work? Like this doesn't look right. Did I just not? Did I just not draw these all. This looks kind of fucked if I do this. Not quite. Uh, mm, I wonder what's the correct way to go about this. Drawing is hard, man. Something like this. Hmm. Surely this is big enough. Hmm. Yeah. And yeah, I've noticed that I go a bit silent when I'm focusing on drawing, which is kind of a reason that makes me question the idea of streaming art, because I kinda never can talk a lot when I'm focusing, and also there's just stuff that I can't lock in enough on stream. Not sure if this makes sense. Like I need extra brain power for some stuff, and talking at the same time is difficult. Mm. Drawing a straight line is quite hard, it seems. Kind of wanted to add some detail to the box, I guess. That's kinda why I'm not working on the Miri art on stream. One of the reasons, at least. I don't think I can lock in on stream enough to do a good job on it. I need total brain focus on that stuff. Rendering skin is always a challenge, I think. So yeah, that's why I'm working on stuff much simpler on stream, I guess. And it already looks a bit better. But I really know what I'm doing, but it looks better, I think. Also getting some ideas for this. Kind of fortunate. I need to redo some stuff. I was feeling like I could use this brush to give some texture to this. But I kinda need to channel some hidden powers. Feel like sometimes I can pull this effect off, but not guaranteed. Arting is hard. This now feels more like wood than properly paper or carton or whatever you call it in English. Also, work today was. It's always awkward for me to talk about how work went or stuff like that because it's always the same, always boring stuff. Today, not much happened. I was just kinda off asleep, barely done anything. Working on some feature that I could have done in less than a day if I logged in properly. You know, it's always more tempting to doom scroll or whatever instead of doing anything useful. I really need to pick up the slack at some point. I can't really keep slacking at work. It's not good. It will eventually catch up to me, and I'm going to regret it. Mm, 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 mm. I'm glad I gave Chapel Run a try. She really has some good stuff. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. Not a good look for stream. Mm. Give me a second. Sorry. Yeah, maybe today is going to be a short stream. But at the same time, I kind of want to get started on the background. Decisions. I shouldn't be doing the rendering proper shading on this layer, which is kinda goes against what I like to do. I've been trying to keep things to a single layer for the most part, but this one is going to get a multiply layer on top. Also because I'm kinda being too lazy to block in and do all in one layer for this, for a box. Derogatory. Give me the. And now I hope the colors work well. I need to kill the saturation a bit, I think. Uh, hard to tell, hard to tell. I can't really be lazy on this, man. Have to lock in with one layer. Which is kind of too much for what I'm doing here. Takes a lot of time. Probably does look much better, but I don't know. Feel like I sleep better knowing I'm not cutting too many corners. I wish I had a box, the Amazon box on end to look at stuff. I wonder. Something to talk about. Hmm. Yeah, about this art, I guess. Is she is delivering something to Tabby? What it is, I don't know, and kind of besides the point. Feel like this is going to be one of her first encounters, if not the first encounters with not humans. Probably not the first one. I don't know. Just that their expression is not very good to represent that she's surprised or something like that. Or maybe she just doesn't care too much. She just wants to do her job, get the money. Hmm. This is going to be basically part one of a thing, and the other thing is kind of Tabby opening the door to her, basically from her point of view. But now that I talk about it, it kind of feels redundant. We don't really need to introduce Tabby. He's kind of not really the main character, but he's not that I even have a universe for to presenting or whatever. But at this point, Debbie is kind of an OG character, and Daniela is one of the new people. Give me a second, I need more water. And Debbie is, in my head, at least to make it easier, lives in an apartment building. And his sister Yabaha lives next to him, or kinda next to him. They definitely don't share a house because Yabaha is kinda insane. And Tabby really doesn't want to deal with her shit, I guess. Kinda wild in general. Need something darker for this, maybe. Like, can't really go much darker. This is kinda outside. Can't have much. Too many dark shadows. Too dark. Please. Too many, too dark. Because what I'm envisioning game for the apartment complex is like those new ones that are kind of open. The entrance is outside and not inside the building. If you know what I mean. Like there's a couple of characters that I want to design their house inside of their houses. Like for over a year. I've been thinking about Say's and Bia's house. The layout. I kind of want to draw their living room. But it's kind of a challenge, to be honest. Feel like I need to get to a point that I really want to see it, make it happen. Kind of have the image in my head, and it's kind of, but it's kind of feel like a lot of work. I need to be all in. If I'm going to throw 20 or more hours into a thing, I need to know I'm going to throw that kind of time. That's a thing, meaning that I can't do much else while I'm at it. And I guess this feels kind of negative, but 20 hours is basically a bit less, depending on how I'm doing. A bit less than all drawing time I have for a week. So if I commit to that, it's kind of a week non-stop, and it's a week non-stop of actually hard work. Because backgrounds and designing a living room and all that. And I need to really want it to happen, or I won't have the energy to actually do it. Got that song. And I'm going to listen to this VOD, and I'm going to wait that I'm going probably being super low. But yeah, not even just a bit over half an hour, and I'm kinda struggling about topics to talk. like I need to focus on that. I wonder if the rendering on this looks somewhat decent. Needs some highlights though. And I need more water. I've been drinking too much water maybe. I wonder if I wrong. I don't know what to color the inside of the tail on the logo. And I don't know what the hell. Oh yeah, I forgot this brush mixes colors. I have no idea why I like brushes that do color mixing. It basically depends, all my style and all my art depends on brushes that kinda do that for me. I actually don't know how other artists blend stuff. Yes, I nowadays I haven't been watching too many time lapses, and it's always difficult to pay attention to exactly what tools are they using. Uh, because I think there are people that use the blur or the blending tool, CSP, I think. But I kinda never like those for rendering. Not really sure if that's me overthinking things or whatever. Like for some reason I really don't like how the airbrush works, and kind of by association the blur tool, they kind of make things look the same way, kind of the same effect and effect, I think. Kind of have a difficult problem with my art because I don't like very hard edges and I don't like very smooth edges, and I know things look better with hard edges. Smooth edges kind of hard to tell, but a lot of my favorite artists just don't care and use hard edges all the way. But I kind of have to learn how to do things with mostly default font brush. I have thought about trying switching to Krita to fully move to Linux. Basically, despite all of Linux issues, the main problem with Linux right now for day to day is drawing. CSP online trends, but it's not good for actually using to draw, I guess. That makes sense. So that's kinda the move to Linux on this PC, kind of unpaused till we get proper progress on that. there's all the problems with Wine and CSP. Then I have problems with Wayland. Linux is always a mess. If this PC wasn't so new, and if it wasn't for most games, I would sadly go to Mac. It will be better than Windows and Linux. At least I would have CSP native. Which is kind of it. For a computer, I basically need a CSP. Anything else, I can make work. I can live with or without, depending. I really need create. I don't know. Not the same, different brushes, all that. I'm not cracked enough to just move to a new program and do well, I think. Now I'm going to use a multiply layer because out of laziness. And can you believe we are already in April? Time really is flying. This is kinda too dark. This is kind of why I don't like doing stuff with multiplayer layers. I never get the exact color. It's doable, but it's kind of annoying. At least for me, the point of using multiply to have an easier time with some rendering interfering with other rendering. Multiply makes some cases much easier to deal with. But then I have to know what I'm doing with the colors. I wonder if this will work out. Hmm. I wonder what I'm doing. Probably not. Just going to see how it like timer energy doing. Feel like an important skill to learn. Kind of learning to let go of stuff you do. Maybe be more open to withdraw things, even if you are losing progress. Because personally, it's easy to get stuck on stuff I've done, thinking I can't make it as good if I retry. To be able to just say fuck it and to do things, afraid of drawing, basically. but it's hard. And yeah, probably keeping these on 1 hour only. Uh, I don't know. I really don't know if I want to keep working on this and move to something else that needs more energy, more brain power. I feel like I've talked a lot tonight. Get out of my system. No, I need a color for this logotype logo. The proper word is failing me for some reason. Uh, Man, I love Chaparral Rock. I'm annoying thing of playing with colors until until I find something that I like. Kind on the purple. Uh, I wonder if I should also color the logo. There below. Give me the logo. I'll just write. Hmm. Now I darken it a bit. Maybe. I wonder if this it kind of works. It's debatable. Don't know if anyone watching has any suggestion. This like also feels like a low effort logo. Maybe I should. Then I get the silly idea of maybe also rendering the logo. This kind of insane brain thing. Also getting the idea of turning the logo. Basically giving the logo line art. Quote unquote line art. It's not really line art. It kind of looks line art, but not really. Just deleting the insides for the most. And mm, and just yeah, I need new music for a bit. Probably not continuing for much longer. So it's kind of heavy, maybe. I wonder. It's kind of low at the start. By low, I mean quiet. But I guess the instrumentation is also low. This is probably down-tuned a decent bit. Yeah, this Z needs work. kind of wasting time working on the logo. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, this band, I was almost sure they were a band that did an album I like. But then I looked at the album covers and it isn't. And now I'm kind of lost because I know some band that had music, had an album in this style, and had a pink album cover. And I don't really want to Google do metal pink album cover, but I guess I could do that. I think. Uh, Google is not giving me what I wanted to see, so I don't know if I hallucinated some part of the music, some part of the album cover. I wonder. Something to worry about at some point, but not tonight, I guess. Give me a second, I'll get back to drawing. I'm getting distracted by Google. So yeah, this Z. I kind of see the fading. Not. Who knows? Color. Hmm. Hmm. Decisions is. But yeah, this music is kinda my vibe in general. My only problem is with this kind of music is that it's in a way kinda too depressing. Or my mood gets worse with it. I don't know. Feel like I need to go through some kind of character development, uh, just so that I can listen to doom metal without feeling depressed. Be cool if I could pull it off. A lot of my favorite music kinda gets me a bit down, and I don't need external help for that. So I'm being silly with colors. I forgot to use the white. Well, kind of disappointing that I spent almost an hour on a box and a baseball bat that's barely showing. I do need to get faster, but I'm also streaming. Uh, I guess I really need to find some way to do speed practice. Feel like I can sketch pretty fast. I don't care for quality or whatever. But that's kind of awkward thing to do. I need to care about quality at some point, maybe. Special anatomy, I'm not quite there yet to be fast. Can be fast, but not good, I guess. Not that my anatomy is that good, but uh, you know, can't be fast and be at my normal quality, I guess. At some point I kinda did a bit of a style change. Probably not too noticeable for some speed advantage. But it didn't make much difference in the end, I guess. But I kinda like how stuff looks, so not that much of a waste of time to try to change things. Now this kinda overkill for let's put it for just a logotype on the box because it's just probably black and white. You know, like no shading on the thing. What makes sense, I guess. There are two. Not two. I'm drinking a lot of water. I feel like this needs. No, I don't feel that. I want to try some extra light on this. I don't really have any idea if this needs it or not. I'm just going to. Well, it will just look like glass, I think. I kind of have a vision, but I don't know if this is a vision worth having. This is too detailed for a fucking box, man. Uh, Probably too detailed for it. But I don't really have anyone stopping me unless you try to. Yeah. Right. I also wanted to do a bit more with the lights on the jacket. Oh, there was also stuff in the jacket that's not was not quite. Right, I wanted to do the zipper. Regret it maybe. Go back to the line art. Find it. The need to look at my jacket. Why? Do I ignore a possible mess up with this thing? I'm just going to do this like this and it will work. I don't think. Kind of boring to do. But I guess I'm already bored. Not don't have that much things to do. I'll just see how this goes, I guess. Unless you have any of you has any ideas. I'm looking at my jacket and regretting some life decisions on this drawing. Because I definitely don't need to do this detail, but this has to make some sense, I think. Can't just render it metallic with no details and get away with it, I think. Mm. But I guess I could also be stopping soon. This thing doesn't quite work. Well, it kinda works kinda as I have right now, maybe. But yeah, I still also have this on the clothes to render. And I don't really want to end stream today with just stuff left to render on her. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm really scratching the bottom of the barrel of things to talk about. I really need to work on stuff to talk about on stream. Stuff that can keep me going for a while. Kinda need to do my streamer reps if I'm going to continue. Which I want to be honest. Time is kind of a commitment. Why is my phone give me? I don't know. I think a lot of people decide to go live. It's kind of a weird time to go live. Or my phone is delaying notifications. Which is kinda not unusual, I guess. I still have a lot to go through. Really don't know what I'm doing here. Kinda just stopping it's good enough when I render it. I don't know if it's too early for me to try to adjust line art with the rendering off. Personally, it feels like uh, the rendering kinda distracts me. Probably overthink, but I guess my brain has its. Oh, I Xeriot. Pretty well. I'm sorry, I hmm. Do I have belly buttons? Do I have stream safe belly buttons for you? I don't know, man. Uh, uh, mm, maybe this. Feel like most of other things would get me killed. So I have one that's still work in progress and will definitely get me killed. But hope you're doing well, Xeriot. I am trying to get some a little bit more work done on this, so I and then in stream. Just don't say her name, and you'll be fine. I think. But I think it's safe to assume uh, she should not be named. Maybe I shouldn't call her that, but you know. Oh, nice, nice. Hope VR chat was fun. I really need to get in the mood to give it some more time. There's apparently a new fishing world, and it feels like it would be good to turn off my brain and fish. I have a problem. I was not that it matters though. A wrong layer, a wrong layering that would kill me. Hmm. Well, Xeriot, you'll find the balance. I'm sure. I believe in you. Hmm. Maybe going lighter is the way to go here. Looks less worth. Yeah. Colors are a mystery thing. Thinking. Thank you, but at the same time, I think I can only do one facial expression. Which is kind of limiting. But at the same time, I'm fine with the one I can do. But I should at least get a few more for variety. I can't keep drawing a woman with a look that would kill me. Soon enough, people noticed I might be into something specific, and maybe I don't want that out. Real. We are so real for that. I admire you so much, Xeriad. I think I'm saying it decently well now, at least. I feel like my brain is programmed to read it in a specific way, which is not ideal for your name. No, what you see, the charming point of your name is the Xeriad. It's the XA that is, I won't say important, but impactful. Well, she's so real for that. X would go hard. I am not lying. She may not know how to read, but she knows how to say things the cool way. Sometimes. Well, to be honest, recently I do more toes than hands proper because I kind of need the hands free to draw. Waiting for it to dry takes a lot of time from drawing, like an hour at least. So a lot of times I just do toes and move on because I can. If it's not too cold, I can just let them dry while I draw. Is this too insane? Yeah, that was kind of something I was not totally not prepared to paint them. I think I googled something on the day that I was going to do it, and I saw that I needed something to separate the fingers, the toes, which kind of makes sense. I would have noticed it when I've gotten to some of the toes. So kind of just put some cotton between the toes. I don't know what's the real technique, the real correct thing to do. I feel like I'm kind of wasting cotton. But it was kind of all I had at the end. I basically only use it to remove nail polish. But yeah. But also painting the toes is kind of annoying. Uh, Kind of stressful because I don't like to remove. It's always annoying to remove nail polish, but if I'm going to stay at my parents' house, I have to remove it on the ends and on the toes. If it's summertime, I kinda have to. But yeah, I need to get back in the mood to and to get back in the time set, no mindset to paint my nails and nails again. Because I really like the look. I really liked looking at them. I basically just do black uh, or really dark blue that I kinda mixed up uh, some really dark red uh, with not so dark blue because just black was kind of boring, I think. Oh, I'm not the kind of guy to do patterns. I just got an empty bottle uh, and mixed two colors into it, basically. Feel like patterns would be too much for me. Maybe a gradient, but I looked at YouTube to see how to do gradients, and I nubbed out so fast. I don't live that kind of life. I don't think I want to commit that much to it. Yeah, that would go hard. And I wonder if I'm over rendering the zipper. But yeah, I would to try to do a gradient, but feel like too hard. I think. The thing I saw, I think you had to get some kind of material. You paint on that, and then you apply that on top of your nail. But I feel like it was something like that. And I was like, I like how this looks. I don't think I care enough to do it. I don't know if there's another way, to be honest. I really should see if I do it next week. Also, I don't know if this is common. I don't know at what time of the day you paint nails, but I usually do it at night. And it's when I go to sleep. If my hands go near my nose, I smell the nail polish, and it's kind of distracting from sleeping. Probably fix if I leave more time between painting the nails. And oh, so you also do. I kind of started doing it on my room after once or twice hearing noises that maybe made me think that other people were at home. Oh, my computer screen just did a thing that scared me. Do you wake up extra early for that? I have kinda thought about maybe waking up earlier on Mondays, painting it then. But I also don't have it in me. Oh, that's nice. Nowadays I don't have housemate, but if I have my landlords that showing up, it would be awkward. Feel like my parents wouldn't be cool with it if they found out. Which kinda also makes me paranoid when I remove the nail polish because I need to be sure that it's perfect enough. But thankfully, I kind of found a way to do it fast enough, and it usually it's pretty good at removing too. But sometimes you kind of have random spots on the corners of the nails. I really wonder if this zipper is over rendered or not rendered enough. Or if it's looking too bright. Hmm? Do tell. But there are a lot of things that look very good on women. Like this. Don't tell me she's your type. Feel like she wouldn't really care about men or women. I'm still trying to figure her out. Yeah, handling those is always so hard. Know what's good. Anyway, I think I'm done for tonight. It's getting slightly bit late. Uh, and I'm kinda happy with the progress I've done. Mostly done. I think I just need to do some highlights on the air jacket. But I really don't want to go for more today. Thank you for hanging out. Good night. Take care, Xeriod. Have fun.